What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma if you're new here, and I love to talk about all things Peloton, cycling, and fitness, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I post every single Sunday. This week's video is going to be a fun one. I'm going to be trying Peloton cycling classes that have been recommended to me by my subscribers on videos that I've posted in the past. You guys always recommend rides, and then I'm like, oh, I need to take these, and then I get into a different video idea and I never take them. And I've had this list going for a while, so I was like, why not just make a video out of it? Because this should be a super fun time. I'm assuming that you guys are recommending me some good rides. Although one of you guys recommended me Olivia Mata's Hit and Hills, so maybe you just want to see me suffer, who knows, but I'm going to just be doing the rides this week and I'll give you my thoughts on them afterwards. I have a groove ride up this week, 2 Tunde rides, Broadway rides, and a Hit and Hills ride, so I'm very excited. I think that it'll be a fun week of classes. So I thought that I would just start off today with a groove ride because you guys seemed very excited about me trying them. I'm not sure if I've ever done a groove ride before. I feel like I have, but maybe only once and maybe not a long ride. So I just went to the class type of groove and then did top rated rides. And first off, Cody is always the top rated instructor for these classes, which I think is interesting. But the first couple were only 20 minutes long, and I like a longer ride. I think the fourth top rated ride was a 60-minute groove ride by Cody Rigsby from July 20th, 2020. And it requires light weights. The description is, let the power of the playlist move you. In this choreography-based class, you'll be dancing along to the hottest beats on the bike. No experience needed. And it's just a bunch of pop music. There's Ariana Grande, Katy Perry, more Ariana Grande, Britney Spears. This is gonna be a fun class. I already kind of dance on the bike when I really like a song. I'll just kind of move around a lot. So I'm interested to see what choreography they got. I also haven't done an arm segments on the bike in forever. I feel like I was really into those at one point and was doing them a lot, and now I've just completely dropped off and haven't done those in a while. So I think that this will be a fun ride. Cody always brings it, and let's just get on in with it. This is a very quick tangent, but I got this headband because my hair gets so sweaty and I don't want to wash it every time I work out because I work out every single day. So I got this to try to stop the sweat from spreading, and it works. But my hair still gets sweaty here, which I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. And then I also do not like this look. This is not that great of a look. So if anybody has any tips, let me know because I sweat a lot. So this is a huge problem for me. Love the class, love the vibes. The playlist was really good. I will say, I wish there was even more grooving slash choreography based material in the class. I thought it would be a lot of moving arms around and just, doing typical dance moves, I guess. But it was mostly just going in and out of the saddle very quickly, or hunching over your bike like this a lot, which was fine. It was fun, and it did make the class go a lot faster, I thought, because you were so focused on doing the next move that sometimes I just watch the clock until the class is over. I'm looking at it constantly, but this I had to focus so much that I could only glance at the clock a couple of times in rest periods. So then it makes the class seem a lot faster, and it is fun to do those moves, but I wish there was even more dance moves. I want to jam out. The music was really good, so I felt dancing around a little more. I like the arm segment. I always am kind of worried because my bike is against a wall, so I'm worried that my arms will hit the wall if I have to do anything that spreads my arms out like this, but there was nothing in that segment, so it was a good segment and a good class, and I really liked it. But if you guys have any recommendations for classes with even more groove in them, please let me know because I'd love to take them. I'll definitely take groove classes in the future, and I'm glad that I was introduced to this new type of class. It is now Tuesday, and it is going to be Tunde Tuesday because you guys recommended 2 different rides to take by her. I actually really like Tunde now. At first, when I took her classes originally, I felt like I didn't really see her personality shine through the classes, but I think it was just unlucky that I took those classes because recently I've been really loving her classes, specifically Tabata. I think they're super fun. She really brings really great energy. She also did a really good job on the 2-for-1 Beyonce ride with Alex Toussaint. another great ride by her. So I'm very excited to take 2 more classes by Tunde. So the first class that you guys recommended was the Best of the Decade ride, which this class was actually kind of hard to find because there was nothing to filter on. I just went to Tunde and then went to the end of 2019 because I assumed that's when she'd be doing a Best of the Decade ride, and I was right. So this is 30-minute Best of the Decade ride from December 27th, 2019. And yeah, the music is great. Not gonna complain. It's the best of the decade. A lot of pop music. There's We Are Young, there's some Drake, there's some Chainsmokers, Kanye West. I know that this will be a super fun ride and I really, really like the music, so I'm very excited to take it. And then afterwards, I'm going to do a 30-minute afrobeats ride that was also recommended to me. I don't think this one specifically, just like in general she does afrobeats rides, but I just found one from October 17th, 2020. The description of this ride is celebrate the vibrant sounds of West African music in this ride with influences from genres such as jazz, hip hop, and R&B. These tracks will lift your spirits and make you move. And I don't know any of these songs, which is not surprising, so I'm really interested to see how this ride is. I feel like it could have like really good beats if it was like jazz, hip hop, and R&B mixed together. So I'm excited to learn some new music and do these new rides. So let's just get on in with it. I was a huge fan of both of those rides. I did the Best of the Decade first, and that was super fun. The music was really good. Tunde told us a bunch of like stories about her life, which I always like those. I just find that they make the class go by faster. Also, she said that before she became a Peloton instructor, she was a makeup artist, and I just find it incredible, like all the backgrounds of the Peloton instructors, they all have led super cool lives before becoming Peloton instructors, and now they're doing like super cool things too. It's just kind of amazing. I think it's just because they're all so charismatic that even when they were not cycling instructors, they were still just living cool lives. So that class was really awesome. It was fun. And then the Afrobeats ride was also super great. I loved the music. It was all just like upbeat, super great music to cycle to. I didn't know it, but it actually didn't bother me in this class, which was surprising because usually I don't like classes I don't know the music. But you could just jam out because it was so upbeat and happy music that it was still a really good time. And then we also did isolations, which I haven't done a ton, but you basically stood up in the saddle and then you stood really straight and then like hunched down, like bent your knees, and then you didn't move like from your waist up at all while you pedaled, and you were still like out of the saddle, but you were just hovering above the seat basically. And that was super hard, and we did it a lot. So that was kind of an interesting twist to the class. I always like when instructors do something a little out of the ordinary just to kind of give the class a little more flair, especially when you've done so many, they all kind of blend together. So I like when they do something new that I haven't done a lot. Overall, I really liked both of those classes and they were super fun. So thank you for recommending them to me because I probably would not have picked those classes for myself, but I'm glad that I've taken them, and I will definitely be taking more Afrobeats rides. I don't think that Tunde will do another Best of the Decade ride anytime soon, but I would take that if she made it. It is now Wednesday and I'm ready for my next ride. So the next recommended ride was a Broadway ride by Leanne Haynesby, and I thought that she would have a bunch, but I could only find one in the past like year and a half. So this is a 30-minute Broadway ride from September 16th, 2020. The description is, it's showtime, take center stage and sweat along to some of Broadway's most famous show tunes. There's just a lot of show tunes, which I'm very excited about. I was in pit orchestra for 4 years in high school and college, so I enjoy musicals probably more than a normal person, so I think this will be a fun ride. I've never taken Leanne Haynesby's Broadway rides, but I have taken Sam Yo's and I really like them. So I feel like this will be a good class, and let's just get on in with it. Okay, not gonna lie, at the beginning it wasn't my favorite class. I really like musical songs that have words to it, and she was playing like a lot of like intro or overture that just has like dance breaks, which I also like, but I just wasn't really feeling it on the bike. And then it was also a lot of speed work in like the first half. But then the second half was amazing. It started out with Phantom of the Opera, which I just like loved the musical, and then the song was awesome. And then I just felt like we did like climbing the second half, which I like more, and she just played songs that I liked a lot more in the second half. So overall, I'm still gonna say I liked that ride, but the beginning part, I was a little worried that I was like, is this going to be the whole ride? But she really brought her A game the second half, and I really enjoyed it. Also, she just casually mentions that her sister like knows a bunch of people, I guess on the West End probably because she's from London. She's like, oh, my sister's friends are like in Cats, and it's like, what? How do you know these people? But I thought that was interesting. I always like when instructors like tell you about their past and their interesting lives. Not a ton to say about this ride, but it was good, and if you like Broadway music, I would definitely recommend. It is now Thursday, and today is the last class that was recommended to me, which was a Olivia Amado's HIIT and Hill ride. I've definitely done these for other videos. I'm pretty sure her top rated ride and her hardest ride were HIIT and Hill's classes, but I'm excited. I love HIIT and Hills. They're definitely good, hard rides. So to find this ride, I just filtered on intervals and then Olivia Amado and sorted by top rated. And the first top rated class is a 15-minute intro to HIIT class, which I probably don't need to take. So the second top rated class is a 30-minute HIIT and Hills ride from December 14th, 2020. And it's pretty standard EDM music, what you would expect from Olivia. So let's just get started on this good, hard ride. That was probably my favorite Olivia Amado class that I've ever taken. The music was just so good. Like I loved like all the songs she was playing, and I feel like it really lined up with the pushes, which just gets me so hype. I will say there was basically no recovery in that ride. Like there was no recovery between the HIIT and Hills sections. So the only recovery you got was during the HIIT section, but it's like you really need that recovery. So the music kind of made up for it, that I liked the music so much that I almost did not mind that there was basically no recovery, but towards the end I was really feeling it. Like I feel like that was okay for a 30-minute class, but if it was any longer, I like would have died. And even at the end, I was starting to hit like the bottom of her intervals. I was still hitting them, which is good because once I stop hitting intervals, like it's all over for me. I get super demotivated and the ride is just bad. So I was still hitting them, but I was hitting like very low in the intervals, where when I started, I was in probably like the mid range of the intervals. But overall, really good ride. I would definitely recommend that class if you want to get into HIIT and Hills, or if you like Olivia, or like if you want to get into Olivia's HIIT and Hills. I feel like she's kind of intimidating to take because I'm always worried that her class will be super, super hard. But I guess that's just like something that I need to get over. But I thought that that was an awesome class. So those were all of the recommendations that you guys gave me. Please feel free to leave more recommendations. I love doing classes that you guys recommend to me because I don't know that many people in real life that have a Peloton, so I don't get a lot of like personal recommendations. It's always fun to take someone's favorite class or a class that they really like and see what I think about it. And also while I was writing today, I was like, a good video idea would be me recommending you guys classes because I've taken so many, but I need to think about like which are my favorite. So that might be a future video. I hope you guys are staying safe, having an awesome week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!